Aloha. My name is Loke Lani Keihanaikukauakahihulihe'ekahauanele. And I'm coming to you from Kahuku Ka'u on Moku Okeawe, also known as the island of Hawaii, or the Big Island. And I'm coming here to read to you several of my late husband's stories. His name was Keihanaikukauakahihulihe'ekahauanele. He was born in 1941, and he passed away in 2009. I was married to him the last 17 years of his life. I met him in 1992 when I came here from New York. Long distance to travel and far from the life that I had back there. And a couple months after we had met, we decided to get married, and Kay put me through several tests. And the first test was if I could say his name. And of course I wanted to learn how to say his name. I moved here. And so he didn't move to New York. I moved to Hawaii, and I knew one thing, that Hawaii was not the mainland. I didn't know the whole story yet, but I did know that. And so I wrote down his name and broke it into syllables and practiced every day. And after 5 days, I went back to him and said, "Your name is Keihanaikukauakahihulihe'ekahauanele." And with that, he said, "Okay, we're ready for the next test." And we went down to visit Tutupele, who was erupting at the time in Kilauea. And so we went to visit, and we brought our offering. And Kay made the offering that night, and as soon as he put down the offering, Tutupele had a big methane explosion right in front of that. And so Kay was very happy and said, "Tutupele approves." And so with that, then we went to go visit his matriarch of his family. Her name was Loke Lani Lono Ikamakahiki. And so we went to go visit her and Uncle Jim, and brought fish and poi and had a beautiful meal with them and talked story with them all afternoon. And Uncle Jim told me the story about how they met, and how if you hear noise in the background, that's one of my puppies who's composting everything. She's chewing everything. Okay, so Uncle Jim and Auntie Loke met when Uncle Jim got off the plane from World War II. And as soon as he saw her, he fell in love with her. And so they began seeing each other, and her father was not impressed. He was not happy at all, because he did not want his daughter to be with a haole. And so he forbade them from seeing each other. And but that didn't stop them. Their love was strong. It didn't stop them. So every night they would sneak out and get together. And he knew this, and he was not happy about it. But he was seeing that there was nothing he could do. He could see the power of the love between them. And so he asked the gods, "What do I do?" And a few nights later, he had a dream. And the dream told him that he needs to gather the family together and put Auntie Loke in one canoe and Uncle Jim in the other canoe. And so they did. He got the family together on a certain day, and they all went down to the beach at Waipio Valley, and the waves were fierce. And Auntie Loke gets into one canoe, and Uncle Jim gets into the other canoe, and the family pushes them off, and their canoes come together. And with that, her father honored the gods' wishes and agreed that Uncle Jim could now become a part of his family. And that was the beginning of their life together. One piece of advice that he gave me was, there's the right way, there's the wrong way, and there's the Hawaiian way. And he said every time he went to go do anything, he would go ask Auntie Loke what she thought about it. And he said she would always add this little extra that made it extra special. And so with that, at the end of the afternoon, Brother Kay asked Auntie Loke what she thought. And she approved of our getting married, and she gave me my name, Loke Lani. She gave me that name, her name, and hanai'd me into the family. And so that was the beginning. And there's other stories about how when I first met him and why I went on the adventure, and they'll all come out little by little as we go forward.